注意書きなのだ。重要なのは2番なのだ。やってくで。
Lady Arabelle, drink this. It will neutralize the poison. We discovered the source of the poison and something more. Our friend will tell you.
I knew you wouldn't let me down. Tell me what you uncovered, dear.
Zaji has not left Lady Arabelle's side while you were gone. Well, except for when she sent me to warn the Alliance leaders, and when Ravana sent me to fetch you, and when Casca made me go outside because she said my worrying was making her fur itch.
You and Ravana returned just in time. We're almost out of the tincture she gave us. Hopefully, the antidote works and Lady Arabelle's health improves. But go on and talk to her. I too want to hear what you have to say.
Tell Lady Arabelle what we learned, and remind her to give the antidote the time it needs to work. I'm sure she's going to want to be in the thick of things as soon as possible, but her body must recover from the effects of the poison.
Ugh, couldn't you have added a touch of cinnamon or honey to this, Ravana? No matter. I assume I will be hale and hearty again before long. Now, enough with the suspense. Tell me what you've uncovered, dear. The poison must have affected my hearing. Did you say Lord Baccaro is the Ascendant Lord? How can that be? He sponsored the peace talks. He started the Society of the Steadfast, which has done nothing but good for the archipelago and the mainland. Looking at things from this perspective puts the delays and how the Ascendant Order has managed to stay one step ahead of us in a very different light. But why go through all this trouble? What is Lord Baccaro actually planning? I feel better already. Well done, dear Ravana. As for this business about the Druid King, I read the reports from Galen. Some Druids truly believe that the Ivy Throne would be an improvement over the Ruby one. But all this chaos and murder... We've been hesitant for too long, unsure of where the next attack would come from. Now we know. It's coming from inside our circle, from someone we considered an ally, a friend. Take this, my friend. We'll deal with Baccaro soon enough. I can't in good conscience start the peace talks while the Ascendant Lord, the man I knew as Lord Baccaro, is out there doing who knows what. I'm afraid I need your help again, my friend. We must keep the Druid King's regalia out of Baccaro's hands. Then we must assume that Count Stefan and Druid Laurel are in danger. If Lord Baccaro truly believes he's the heir to the Ivy Throne of the Druids, he'll stop at nothing to get his way. We must go to Galen and defend the remaining regalia. Druid Ravana and I will get Zaji to sail us to Galen. While we collect the staff from the Stonelore Circle, I want you to go to Count Stefan and protect the Druid King's crown. We'll meet you at Castle Mornard as soon as we can. I'll leave Captains Colleen and Suzo to guard the Alliance leaders while we go to Galen. First we protect the regalia. Then we stop Lord Baccaro, or the Ascendant Lord, or whatever he calls himself. Now, get to Vastir and protect the crown. Because we don't know how far-reaching Baccaro's conspiracy is. The Alliance leaders are safe inside the palace, with their loyal captains watching over them. And we don't want them to hear of this betrayal yet. It would end the talks in a flash. I don't really know. I'm not an expert on Druidic law and prophecy. According to what you and Ravana discovered, Baccaro believes he's a direct descendant of Kasserine, the last Druid king. If he gains the regalia, he could make a claim for the title. I never underestimate anything when it comes to religious fervor, my dear. If nothing else, his connection to this legacy gives him a legitimate claim to power through his mother's bloodline, and many might see the Ivy Throne as preferable to the Ruby one. Druid Ravana's elixir has done wonders. I feel stronger already. Still, I was weak from the poison for a long time. I expect my recovery will be slow but persistent. Don't worry, dear. I'll leave the dangerous work to you and Ravana for now.
I'll accompany Lady Arabelle to Glimmertarn and make sure the Druid King's staff is safe. We'll catch up with you in Vestir. Be careful, my friend.
I always thought that Lord Baccaro was too good to be true. I should have eaten him when I had the chance. Now we have to chase him down on Galen.
Zaji's newest perfect pounce is the most perfect pounce yet! This one promises to get Lady Arabelle to Galen without alerting Baccaro or his Ascendant Order. Zaji is good at being quiet. Like a shadow he is. No matter what Casca might tell you.
Search the castle. If there are more rogue knights, I want them in chains.
We routed them from the library, but I'll make sure nothing was damaged or stolen.
I think this castle's haunted.
Intruders in the castle! How dare they trespass on House Mornard? One of my guards noticed a group of Society of the Steadfast Knights enter the library. Since we weren't expecting them, she went to check, and found them ransacking the place. We routed them, but now we're scouring the entire castle just in case. We're still trying to determine that. Everything happened so fast. I just find it hard to believe they were actually Steadfast Knights. We've never had any trouble with the Society before.
I'm glad to see you again, friend. I just wish your arrival didn't coincide with another crisis. A contingent of knights from the Society of the Steadfast entered the castle. Not in and of itself a concern, we are allies after all. But we weren't informed of a visit. When one of my knights saw them go into the library, she went to investigate. She discovered them ransacking the library. They attacked her, but she was able to fend them off and summon help. My knights routed the villains, but we're unsure if anything was stolen, or if there are more of them hiding elsewhere in the castle. The Ascendant Order? The rogue knights that gave you trouble back on High Isle. What would they be seeking in my castle? Then those imposters must have been looking for the Druid King's crown. Come, we need to check the library at once. And later I want to hear more about your accusations concerning Lord Baccaro. I assumed it would be safe enough locked in a case in the library until I could make other arrangements. We had no reason to believe the relics were in danger. Besides, I only returned to the castle a moment before you arrived. At the docks preparing to receive Lord Baccaro's ship and the relief supplies he promised. It never arrived. I suppose that was all part of the ruse based on what you just told me. Now, let's go make sure the crown is still safely locked away. The library is this way. No, the case is empty. But how do they know to search the library, let alone behind the shelves? They stole the crown right out of my own castle. How is this possible? You said Lord Baccaro is behind this. I think you better tell me what you know. If you go back far enough, most Bretons have a druid hiding somewhere in their bloodline, but so many records have been lost. How could he be certain? Regardless, why the ruse with the peace talks and the Ascendant Order? So Baccaro was behind it all. The attempts on the lives of the Alliance leaders, the death of the Archdruids, of Raval and my father. Wait, Druid Laurel! The staff, Laurel and Free, are in danger! Orlaith may have believed in a new age, but Baccaro is leading us toward the Green Scourge. King Cassarain's prophecy of the return of the Druid King. It predicts two possibilities. Either an era of peace and harmony, or a time of nature run amok. Go to Glimmertarn and make sure Laurel and the staff are safe. I'll gather what knights I can spare. See if Captain Siravain is willing to aid us once more. I have a feeling we'll need all the help we can get to stop Baccaro and his Ascendant Order. Siravain is a mercenary, but she and her Gilded Blade proved themselves trustworthy against the Dread Sails and the Fire Song. Since then, we've been paying her to help with the relief efforts. We needed every ship we could hire. I won't know until I ask. And if she refuses, you'll still have House Mornard at your side in the battle to come. Now hurry, my friend. Go make sure the staff and Druid Laurel are safe.
以上、愛知県名古屋